Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. Oh wow, I should not have that volume on. Yeah, this is not working. You got it? Yeah. Oops. I did not think that one through. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me. I was doing a little bit of testing before the stream, and I guess I left everything on when I shouldn't have. So, oops. But yeah, thanks for joining me once again. I am wrapping up the Arabica month with the most wonderful smelling blend so far. Rachel, welcome and thanks. This one's so old. Like, I love this shirt, but it's older than dirt. Anyway, and Snea, welcome. And Cap, ahoy Cap! I know that you're on Twitch as well as Gamer. Thank you guys for joining me. For joining me tonight. So tonight's blend is another Arabica one. It's the old is super comfy. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm wrapping up the Arabica month with Arabica Mocha, and this stuff. Oops, I have it backwards. This stuff smells so good. I'm just dying. It's got like this really nutty smell, and it's kind of a bit on the coffee side. But we'll see. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I like the mocha nut flavor. So we'll see. I'll give it a shot and just dive right in. Ooh, that is really, really nice. Now I think I've got a good handle of how Arabica is supposed to taste, because I've never had it enough on its I've never had it enough, on its own to begin with. But I think I can kind of like pick out the Arabica flavor out of all the other mixed flavors. And I have to say that it's piqued my curiosity of how it would taste all by itself. Hey Teresa, welcome. How it tastes on its own, because it tastes a little bit like a grainy vegetal kind of flavor to it, and I would like to see what it tastes like all by itself. I think that on its own I would enjoy it, or at least it would satisfy some of that curiosity. Hey Andre, welcome. But with the mocha nut in itself, it's very, very fragrant, very very robust. I think that this is the most robust flavor out of all of them, even more so than the Arabica chai. This one is the most grounded, smoky. There's bits of I'm getting a little bit of chocolate kind of flavoring in this one. It's still super hot because I kind of forgot to brew the tea until literally the last second, so I had to like brew it, take it out, and go. But this is like, hey Ma, welcome. Oh wow, this I could see myself. Well, not like a dessert, but you can sweeten it up, and it'll really make a good. I think that if you added sugar. Unless you consider coffee flavored things a dessert, which some people do. It's not very sweet, but it's smoky, it's nutty, it's woody, and it's got a Joy, welcome. Glad you could make it. It's been a long, long time. It's a really nice, smoky, flavorful blend. Right now my tongue is a little bit on fire because I couldn't afford to wait any longer to start the stream. So normally I like let it cool off a little bit before I drink, and it just burnt my tongue slightly. But that's okay. I mean, that's what you get for reviewing tea, right? And I think that you could sweeten this the way you would sweeten any cup of coffee. It's not a very strong blend. Not as strong as coffee could be. Like straight up black coffee would be a lot stronger than what this is. But you still get that same earthiness, that same nutty mocha flavor from it. And I could definitely see myself putting some cream and sugar in here just to sweeten it up a bit. Not that it needs it, but I think that it would enhance it pretty well. I even have some cream in the fridge that I would consider using it just to give it a little bit more texture. So just like all of the other blends, this one isn't it's semi-colorful. It's not the most colorful blend of the bunch, but it's got, what is it? I guess that's red safflower, Arabica leaves. I haven't read the ingredients list yet, so this is just what I'm observing. We'll see how accurate I am. It's got red safflower, probably mocha flavor. The Arabica leaves. I don't know if that is another type, because there's green leaves and then there's brown leaves. This might be actual mocha nuts, because there are like chunks in there. There may even be chocolate, I don't know. But let's see how many of these I was able to pick out. Okay, so we got Arabica tea, of course, toasted mate tea. Chicory. Okay, it's got chicory, cocoa nibs, a natural chocolate flavor, natural hazelnut flavor, and safflower. Okay, so it's the that chocolate kind of flavor that what I was getting was actual chocolate with the hazelnut and I guess the chunks of are either the cocoa nibs or the chicory. It looks, it looks like a nut. It doesn't feel like this is a chocolate, so this might be just... Oh, actually, this might be chocolate because it just crumbled in my fingers. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is chocolate. This is definitely chocolate. It feels like too hard to be chocolate, but maybe that's just my my understanding. Maybe they just dried out the chocolate extra long. I can't tell. But the taste is definitely unmistakable. It's really, really good. Now, as you've seen what it looks like before it's steeped, you take a look at what it looks like after. There's not much growth. The leaves still remain the same size. The color is basically still the same, only slightly darker, because the blend itself is pretty dark, and it steeped out and covered a lot of the other colors that was in there. The red of the safflower. I don't see anything else that would really be colorful in here. So I guess that just contributed to the overall color of the after steep. Oh man, but I can't get over the smell. It is like, this is the kind of smell that you'd want to wake up to. And there's still like that natural texture in the tea from the Arabica leaf, but I don't know, for some reason it feels diminished. Like there's less of a grain, unless I remember the other ones wrong, but I don't really think so. It feels like there's how do I put this? like a more fine grain to it. It's not as textured as the other ones. And it might just be that the chocolate kind of smooths it out, which is possible because when you add cream to something, it masks the overall texture and sometimes overtakes it. Mm. Oh yeah, but this is really really good. Now I'm trying to wonder if like what is mocha? I mean, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I've never looked into it. But if the hazelnut and chocolate equals mocha, that might be that might be it. Because I mean, like I heard of a mocha nut, but maybe the mocha nut is just the hazelnut with the chocolate. That's something that I really, I mean, like it's talking about it. It just kind of like inspires me. What is a mocha nut? But I guess I'll have to look that up. But I mean, next week I won't be doing another mocha, so we'll see. So if anybody else knows what mocha actually is, feel free to chime in. I'm assuming it's just hazelnut and chocolate, which I mean I'm sure there could be a more on the nose kind of just description for it. I don't know, maybe. But it's got a very heavy. It's a chocolate, so mocha is the chocolate, and the nut is the hazelnut. I assume. I mean, it makes sense. But this one just calls Arabica Mocha, so trying to make your own blend of try making my own blend of tea. I've actually done that many times. On the website, they allow you on the Adagio website, which is where I got this one from. They allow you to blend your own mixtures, and I've gotten quite a few of them done, and they've come out pretty good. I have to say, I have not really found one that I dislike. I haven't bought them all yet, but so far I've gotten a lot of good reviews. Also asking me to, hey Pops, welcome. Also asking me to make my own blend of tea is a very dangerous thing because I tend to have mad scientist moments. Mocha is a type of coffee bean that has hints of chocolate. Ah, I see. Juliet, welcome, welcome. So yeah, oh yeah, this is actually really tasty, and it goes well for people who are like trying to get on tea and off coffee. This kind of flavor profile really gets the job done because it's a more gradual step from one to the other. But yeah, as I was saying, like it could get a little bit dangerous to ask me to make a blend because I come out with stuff like liquid kick in the face, which it's a dangerous tea. I'll put it that way. But it's one that I thoroughly enjoy, and I love watching people's reactions when they drink it. Because it's so far I've had like a 50-50 shot. Either people love it or they think I'm crazy and they never want to try it again. Thankfully I'm on this side that loves it. But you know, I mean, like to each their own. But I love experimenting with tea. You know, I'm just gonna get off the subject of this one for a moment. But I like to encourage people to that's the best part of it. That's the best part of blending, experimenting. Absolutely. And you know, like I like to play it dangerous a little bit because there's something just satisfying when you take two things that you don't think will go together and they do, but you get this whole kind of sense of accomplishment, like, wow, this is awesome. And I've always, like, I have a huge tea collection, and whenever I'm running low on a few of them, I tend to try to figure out which one would go together, and I just mix them all up and keep them in my little tin. And right now I have like at least 3 that I blended myself. And you know, like it saves space. You get to toss the little plastic bags out. What's liquid kick in the face? Oh, you know what liquid kick in the face is. But for the audience, liquid kick in the face is a blend of Lapsang Souchong combined with, what was it? It was coconut lime chili or something like that. So like it's really whacked out, but it works. You thought the same? What's liquid kick in the face? Yeah. Oh, she knows what liquid kick in the face is. She can't have any though because it's got coconut. I don't know if that's a blessing in disguise because she's allergic to coconut, and I'm sure that deep down she's kind of relieved. But it's very spicy and very smoky. And let me tell you, whenever either I or somebody around me has congestion issues, I give them a cup and it clears them out like that. Like I'm not exaggerating at all. That's a tea your dad will love. Oh yeah, we'll make sure he gets some. You hear that, Pops? We're gonna get you some liquid kick in the face. Oh, but it's so good. And you know, it's a bit of an adventure. Before Adagio had closed, it became a very famous blend where they would talk about it, even if I wasn't there. They would talk about it and how they've gotten like results, and they talk to customers about it, recommending it for people who are adventurous and want something different. The staff there, I think it was out of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out of 5, 3 of them really liked it. Hey, Mona Lisa, welcome. That is exactly what my tea looks like right now, you see? And I love the color of this too. Like the color is nice and dark, and it matches the amount of smokiness to it. You know, it's not overly smoky, but it's just enough to keep it nice and savory. And the notes of chocolate and cocoa sweeten it up really, really nicely. Oh, but that is so good. I can really see myself putting some milk in there and really going to town. I mean, not even like it doesn't even need sugar. To me, it's sweet enough. But I think that the cream for the texture might do it some good as well. Again, it doesn't need cream, but it'll complement it. And just like the smell alone, it makes you hungry. You know, like I kind of want cake while I'm drinking this, which I guess I could say is after we're answering Teresa's question a little early. What would I pair this with? Chocolate cake, I think, would go very well, or at least like a coffee cake. Donuts, coffee and donuts go hand in hand. But now that we answered the Teresa question, I gotta do the Thomas taste. I usually do it the other way around, but I kind of just threw myself in there a little bit. Okay, so here we go with the Thomas taste. Right now, my entire mouth is just coated in chocolate and hazelnut. Like, the Arabica is not the strongest flavor by far. What I would add to this is cinnamon. really give it that. Yeah, cake would go perfect right about now. And the sad thing is, like, I cannot have cake. I don't have cake with me, but it's just right. Like, I don't know, man. I'm craving it now. I don't know if it's a side effect of the tea, but I'm getting hungry, and it's bad because I had like a huge dinner, and I put on about 20 pounds just on dinner alone tonight. Having this tea is opening up opening up my appetite a little bit, similarly to the cooked puar that usually tends to make people hungry. Juliet, you know all about this. Like the puar, like, really just makes you hungry, and this is the kind of thing. I don't know if this does it in the same way, because I know that with puar, it's more of a chemical thing, that it burns it burns your food slightly quicker. This one is, I'm just hungry because it smells so good, and it puts me in the mood for chocolate. Oh, but that is so, like, I want to sweeten this. I know that's kind of it's kind of a naughty thing for me to do, which I usually do it off camera. But adding a little bit of sugar, a little bit of cream, I can go to bed with this. I can just like like have a nice cup of tea, sit out, read a book, and just fall asleep on the couch. And I'd call it a night, you know? Oh, but this blend is like really hitting the spot right now. Oof, okay. I gotta slow down a little bit, because I gotta let myself digest. And I still have plenty, so I don't know why I'm hurrying, but we'll see. So, questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now is the time. I've already answered Teresa's question. So, Japanese green tea makes me want sushi. Yeah, exactly, because you get that seaweed, the nori taste in your mouth, and you're like, okay, so this needs the rice and fish behind it, you know? But it's the same thing. Like, just like when I drink genmai cha, I want to eat rice with it, because it reminds me so much of my grandma's pegao, and it was so good that I still have some in my. Was this sweeten the tea and tell us how it changes? You know what? Yes, yeah, I'm gonna do that just a little bit. I usually have I have a little bit of stevia here. I'm not going to use a whole lot because it's no longer a full it's no longer a full cup. So I'll just use maybe half a teaspoon. Plus, stevia tends to be more sweet than regular sugar, so I'm not even gonna use a whole lot. But it looks like even now, I don't know if it's just my imagination, but to me it looks like it's lightened up. The white of the stevia really changed the color slightly. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know, maybe it's just an illusion, but we'll see. Down the hatch. Oh yeah, that's you can't tell it looks darker? I don't know, maybe because it concentrates. It might just be my imagination, because visually, when you put something white into something dark, you would imagine it lightens up. I might just have to review the stream to see what it looked like beforehand. But funny effect, I'm getting a little bit of an orange kind of flavor now. You know, like the chocolate orange that you have. When I was a kid, I used to have like these chocolate oranges that pick apart. And this one, it's very similar to that. I don't know why the sugar would give it an orangey taste. Maybe it's because it's got the hazelnut in it that's giving it it's giving it a bit of it knocks the chocolate a little bit off. I think that's what it does. That's because you accidentally dropped the orange peel in the box. Nah. It didn't even come in a box. It's an envelope. But still. Oh man, this is like really hitting the spot. I am the stevia is in the box? No, the stevia is in this. Wrong again. No. No, I know what you're going for. I'm just teasing. Oh man, but I am so like this is hitting me in the exact right spot right now. Okay, so questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now's the time. I'm opening up the floor for a little bit of discussion. I don't have a whole lot of announcements today, but hot chocolate or this tea? I assume which I would prefer. That's a hard choice. Because, I mean, like, I love hot chocolate, but this tea it's really up there. I'd have to say, well, I mean, like, normally 9 times out of 10 it would just depend on my mood. But I think that I would prefer this tea only because it's caffeinated, and I'll have to, like, sometimes I just need that little boost because sugar rushes aren't real. You know, in case you didn't know, sugar rushes come from the excitement of the sweetness, not an actual like boost, a chemical boost. This one has that caffeine chemical boost in it, so sometimes I need it. I would choose the tea. Not that I'm being biased or anything, but yeah, that would be that. Quick announcement. I will not, like, tomorrow I will be streaming, but we won't be having the what is it called? The community virtual reality party. Sorry, slipped my mind for a second. Instead, I will be streaming some Stardew Valley tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. We'll see. So just keep in touch there. If you are not subscribed, if you're not following me on Twitch, you'll get notifications if you do via email. So go ahead and follow. I will be probably streaming for a couple of hours tomorrow, some Stardew Valley, and we will be continuing to collect rocks because that's excitement. But yeah, for those of you who have been watching me streaming on Twitch when I play Stardew, you know why I'm following the rocks. So if you're wondering why that's so interesting, check me out on Twitch, and you'll find out for yourself for sure. Oh, I think for the first time in a while, I'm actually going to finish my tea on camera. You know, it was a lot easier to finish when I was doing my hour-long stretches, but since I stopped, it's been a race to see if I can finish it or not. And for the past, I don't think I've finished it since in 2021. So this will be the first time, I finish my tea for everybody in 2021. So it'll bring a good end to a good stream on a good first month of the year. Oh, wow, that stevia really like brings out the chocolate. I'm still tasting a little bit of orange though. Okay, have a good night, and I will talk to you later, Juliet. Bye. Oh, in the meantime, I just love the way that this tastes. Like, I feel like making myself another cup. I'm probably not going to tonight because I'm so stuffed. But I might make some tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I got one last sip. So questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. Now is the time, or forever hold your peace, because this is not going to last very much longer. Woof. Ooh, that was good. Thanks everybody for joining me once again. This has been a wonderful blend. I highly recommend it. I will be posting the link to it once I am done, and you guys can try it for yourselves. Until next time, hopefully I'll catch you on Twitch. But if not, have a great night, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.